Careful is about as treacherous as Dennis the Menaces. How we let these fucking peasants go and peddle their fetishes on our little kids. If we manage to settle this, it won't be on no internet where they ban us and banish us. The truth ministers decide when you get to speak and who listens. And if you don't go to their beat, buddy, then you finished, vanished, flipping them digits. I do my due diligence, but I need 22 minutes just to get my true feelings to the pencil and the pad. During any invasion, our ancestors attacked. How the fuck is it all we can do is sit there?
Boom! Sup? How is everyone doing? Hope you all are doing well. We've got with us Andrew Tate, otherwise known as TorevestaPK. He was a member in the clan. He's a pretty interesting guy. Does some day trading with the RuneScape Wall Street Bets people, and he enjoys killing people in the wildy, so I don't know. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, tag your RSN, start a conversation with somebody, and share it with your friends. We also got merch. Check out the link in the description. And without any further ado, the winner of last week's giveaway is Calixin. Congrats, Calixin. Join the Workless channel chat and let people know you won, and you'll get your bond. Enjoy the episode, boys. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. All right. Should be in. Torvesta, can you hear me? Excellent, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, you bring quite the audience with you. We have so many people here that are, they seem at least, extremely excited to hear you talk. So, thanks for coming on, man.
The TorevestaPK.
Yes, the TorevestaPK, Andrew Tate, the man. I do not know much about that guy, but I know more about you. So I appreciate having you on.
It's long overdue.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to do it last night. I don't know where you went. I assume you were busy with the kids, so that's okay too.
Yeah, as soon as he got picked up, I honestly just fell asleep. It was one of those dad coma moments.
Hey, well, it's better to be a dad than to be a gamer, but the best combination is to be both.
Honestly, I was pretty nervous all day about this. I don't know what we're going to talk about.
I don't know what we're going to talk about either, but I'm sure it'll be all right.
It can go in 50 different ways.
50 different ways, all of them the right way. Well, cool, man. Well, how's everything going for you?
Pretty good. I just moved into a new house in the country club a few months ago. I'm actually the youngest person in this whole stupid place.
Oh, yeah? A country club?
But it's, they got all kinds of rules, so it's not as all hyped up like you'd think it is.
I didn't know you could live in a country club. I thought that was just a place, because I used to work in one back in high school as a lifeguard. I thought that was just a place for people to go and golf and meet up and eat, swim during the summertime.
Exactly, except all the houses are on the golf in a gated community.
Okay. You're kind of cutting up a little bit. Are you...
I'm using AirPods.
Are you using AirPods? Okay. That's alright, too.
Probably why.
That's probably alright. Do you have a better microphone you could use, maybe on your computer? If you don't, that's okay, too. What was that?
Let's see. Is this better?
It sounds about the same. Are you just talking
shit.
on...
It's because I'm on the second floor.
Oh, okay. It's the country club Wi-Fi type of thing.
No, but on the second floor, my internet sucks ass compared to the first floor because that's where the box is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you want to move down to the first floor, I'm not
That's what
opposed
I'm
to it.
doing.
But if you want to stay on
All
the
right.
second floor, that's all right too. I'm okay with either one. You were cutting out a little bit. You do sound a little bit better now.
Yeah, I'm right by the fucking box now. We should be good to go.
Excellent. I'm glad you're getting all the Wi-Fi and potential electromagnetic I don't know, harmful waves. But thank you for your service, young man.
Yeah, I have the 100-foot extension cord for the Ethernet cord to my computer upstairs.
Oh, okay. That's a good size cord. Well, Torvesta, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Just tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what do you do? And how long have y'all been playing RuneScape for?
Jeez.
And
I've been playing
pop
RuneScape
open
for
up
like...
Troy.
I've fucking been playing RuneScape for like, oh man, 15 years. Since I was like 10 years old. And the only thing I've ever done in the last 15 years of playing is PvP content. I don't even know what a wood cutting is or whatever the fuck that shit is. Let's see. I come from Las Vegas, Nevada, the big city, but now I live in Colorado. And I just do stocks as a day trader. That's about it. My life's pretty simple. It's pretty the home and the gym. That's about all I do in RuneScape.
Hey, well, it sounds like a pretty cozy life. Yeah, I remember you were telling me about because you're part of the Wall Street Bets Reddit or were. I don't know if that's still
Yeah,
a thing.
and the Atlas trading with like Zach Morris and all of those people.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that you were in their Discord.
There's literally like hundreds of thousands of people in there. It's disgusting.
I imagine Zach Morris has been giving good enough advice to where that's all you do for a living.
Literally, you just be the first people like you have their Twitters on notifications, and you scroll through their likes 24/7, and when they post. So as long as you're on it pretty quick, the momentum of 100,000 people kind of makes it move for you.
Yeah. Did you get on the on the meme stocks when they were on the rise?
Only the Dogecoin and AMC, not the GameStop.
Ah. Hey, well, that's still pretty solid though. I mean, Dogecoin went up a lot, and I think
I was
AMC maybe
in
as well.
Dogecoin before it was even 1 penny, and then it rode to like high 60s.
Dang. So you're living pretty
So that,
well.
yeah, for a 25-year-old.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you're a day trader by way of following Andrew Morris on Twitter. You play RuneScape, and you hit the gym not once a day, but twice a day, every day. And
Yeah, but I go to two different gyms. So, like, one is for working out, and one is to like use the pool and jacuzzi and sauna and steam room. I don't work out at the other gym at all.
oh, is
So
that like the country club is where
sometimes
you go to
technically,
swim and hang out, and the other one's where you work out type of thing?
yeah, because it has like a free everything for living here. You have to like minimally spend $1,000 a month on food or alcohol when you live here.
Is that just part of the cost
I
to
don't
be a member
fucking know.
there? No? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Because even if you don't fucking eat here, you still have to pay it.
Yeah, I believe that's part of the member's fee, right? You can either do it
Yeah, it's
annually
for like
or
the it's for like the golf course, and I don't know. They just cook you high class meals if you want to eat here instead of leaving. But I'm
nice.
more of like a McDonald's type of guy.
Oh no. Hey, McDonald's isn't actually. I don't know. McDonald's is pretty terrible. I don't know how you can eat that, but that's cool too.
I
So
seen someone in the chat wanted to know why, when I was younger, me and my friends beat this kid up and we pantsed him in the streets.
I want to know too. Why'd you do it?
Okay, so I was like 18 years old, so this is about 7 years ago. Fucking some dude threw a water bottle at my fucking nice ass car I had at the time. And I fucking threw something back at him, so he started following me around. And at the time, my neighbors were like these really five huge black dudes that were all related who lived together.
Nice.
So I just called them and were like, hey guys, someone's trying to beat me up. Where are you? And they were literally one street over from where I was at. It was like the best coincidence ever. So I literally had them go outside in their car and all hide like they weren't in it. And when I pulled up in the parking lot, those two dudes got out of their car to jump me. And five of my friends jumped out of the car, and six of us were circling those two dudes.
Did you grow up in like the hood or something,
So
or what type of community did you grow up in where you could just jump people like that? Because now you
So
live
yeah.
in a
Well,
country club area,
now,
so I'd imagine that doesn't
yeah.
happen quite as often, if at all.
So yeah, now I live in a country club, but I used to live in like a really shitty ass town and environment for high school and stuff. Like the actual ghetto, like you're saying.
Nice.
So long story short, my friends beat them up and pants them and took their monies and their clothes, and we left them there on the streets.
That's pretty
And then I
cool.
actually got charges pressed on me for it, even though I didn't do anything.
Oh, that's not good. Huh.
I'm actually on probation right now.
Oh. For from that incident years ago or for something else?
Uh, Something else.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I was thinking
So
you were on probation for having your five black buddies jump and pant somebody, which I think would probably
3 years ago, this is going back to my crazy life because now I don't do stuff anymore. Uh, my friend, his parents own the Chinese nail salon, and long story short, they were like laundering out of the Chinese salon. And one day, my friend got pulled over by the police, and when the cops pull you over, they impound your car because the cops aren't allowed to search your car. But the impound lot's allowed to search your car because they have to do inventory on what's in there. So you can't say anything's stolen. So the owners of the Chinese store offered me and my friends $10,000 to go to the impound lot at the police station and jump the fence and take the backpack out of the car before they did the inventory search.
what was in the backpack?
I don't know, and I don't give a shit either.
Oh. So for $10,000, you would go and jump the owner of the impound and take
At
A
the police
mysterious
station.
backpack, kind of like a Grand Theft Auto video game in real life.
Yeah, it was at the police station in Pound Lot.
Well, that's even worse. That's
So I
funny
had
though.
3 buddies, and we all went, and one of them ended up getting caught, and he told on the other 2 of us. So then I had to go to court for it and was on house arrest and was in jail. They arrested me. And then I went to court for it, and the dude didn't want to show up to testify against me. So they had to do like a 30-day mistrial for 30 days to find him. And he didn't show up again. And then 90 days went by and he didn't show up again, so they just dropped the case.
There you go.
And so 3 years goes by, like 3 months ago. I got a thing in the mail that they were retrying my case because now they had that dude, they found him to testify against me. So that's what happened.
Damn. So now you're living good. You've profited from Andrew Morris's exemplary advice on how to get rich quick by way of meme stocks. And
Exactly.
you're and you're on probation now, waiting to go to trial for something you did 3 years ago.
Yeah, so when I went to court, before I seen the judge, the lady going against me, the district attorney, she said if I do a year of probation, we won't even go to trial, that they'll just drop all 3 felonies I'm facing as long as I stay out of trouble for a year.
Hey, that's not a bad way to do it. So you chose to do that one then.
Yeah, so I chose to do a year of probation versus taking it to trial and losing and going to prison. So instead, I would rather be home, do probation, and not get in trouble for a year because I only have to get drug tested randomly, which has never happened.
What type
It
of drugs
happened
did they test
once in
for?
the everything, and you can't drink alcohol either.
So you've
So
been
that's
sober
why I went.
for the last like few
Like,
months, just kind of working out, staying focused with
yeah,
exercise
exactly,
and RuneScape, and maybe hanging out with your
exactly.
kid. Okay.
Yeah, because I just have to stay out of trouble for 1 year only, and then I could go back to buffoonery. So it's just been like the gym to get me back, like in shape and less distracted in RuneScape.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're doing the probation. Certainly, getting 3 felonies and going to prison is not the move. It would probably mess up your life pretty bad.
Especially for someone who owns like fucking 30 guns.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't want to do is be a felon because then you lose all your gun privileges.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, do you lose your guns or something? I'm not really sure. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you get 1 felony, you can never own a gun again.
Well, hopefully after these next couple months, when you're out of probation, you don't go back to jumping people for $10,000 anymore. Hopefully, exercise and RuneScape and just living on the golf course will be good enough for you. Maybe.
Yeah, dude, the night I did all that bullshit, I've never seen these people in my life again, like ever. So my life was completely changed, and then 3 months ago, they're like, "You gotta come back to court, bitch," and I'm already like a whole different person from back then.
Yeah, it's funny how, one stupid mistake like that from when you were younger can haunt you potentially in the future or maybe for the rest of your life so far, right?
Which sucks, because the second I get in trouble, that's an instant 3 felonies on your record.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So I better make it off meme stocks forever if that's the case.
I mean, let's see. Assuming you made pretty good money, which it sounds like you have, you could certainly invest that into just other shit and just kind of let it sit for the long run. It doesn't really sound like you
I
need
want to
a.
buy. I want to buy a bunch of Airbnb properties and rent them out in a bigger city.
Okay, you want to go the entrepreneur path?
Like the passive income. Like I don't ever have to do anything again.
Yeah, residual income would be the way to go. Just do something where nobody has to ask about your record. Nobody knows that you have a history of jumping people and pantsing them. They just live in your Airbnb and just fuck off or something. How did you get
I actually,
into day trading? Because you went from jumping,
I went, I
you know,
went from being level 99 farming in real life to wanting to do something different.
what do you mean by level 99 farming in real life?
Because where I live is the first place they legalized marijuana. So it was like I have to do something else.
Okay, so you were, it sounds like you were a grower then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's 5 million people doing it, and
Right.
it's pointless.
Yeah, you got in
There's
when it was a little bit less or a lot less competition than it is now.
exactly. Now there's 10 buildings on every single street, and they're all dispensaries.
Yes, the American dream. Just weed stores in every corner of America selling
That's the
top
that's the
notch
beauty of
ganja.
Colorado.
Yeah. How I guess were you doing pretty well in the growing business or what?
No, it's like enough to pay the bills and then some.
I see.
It wasn't like having a different car every 6 months that you pay off cash type of thing.
Well, a different car every 6 months and paying that off by cash, that's, some would say that's extra, right? But
Yeah,
for
I went
others,
through I went through a Camaro SS and then a 2018 twin turbo Mustang. And then now I have my dad car that gets 65 miles a gallon, my hybrid electric car.
is it a Tesla?
No, I actually tried to buy one, but a
They didn't
used
like your record
Tesla,
of jumping people, and Elon said no. Sorry, Torv.
yeah, dude,
We
a
don't want
used
potential
Tesla
felons.
costs, yeah, exactly. And I haven't done taxes yet, so I can't prove that I have like all this money legally. So none of these dealerships, even if I offer them cash, they wouldn't take like 70 grand cash from me.
Is Oh, you're talking about your money from your stonks?
Yeah.
Oh, I see, I see.
So technically, there's no way like to prove anything right now until I do them. So they wouldn't even take 70 grand cash like in a backpack.
Weren't your taxes due like months ago though?
Yeah, I haven't honestly. I swear to God, I haven't done taxes in 2 years. And the first thing they have to do is send you like something in the mail before like it gets serious. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never not filled out my taxes before. I can't relate, but I guess what you could do is you could hide your money in the ground somewhere and, maybe make a treasure map, hide the treasure map, put it in a chest and do a clue scroll in the future to find it.
I've never on honestly of 15 years of playing, I've never done one clue scroll ever in history.
You don't need to do a clue scroll. You can do a clue scroll in real life. Where's your money at? That's what the IRS is asking right now. As they
Yeah, but see, I'm not worried whenever they're like, you owe this amount. I'll definitely pay them. But I'm just waiting till they say that.
yeah. Dude, I wonder well I guess I'm confident that you weren't actually I'm not confident. I don't really know you. We just met. But I'd imagine that you weren't overly spending your money to where you couldn't pay your taxes. So you're probably fine.
I
But
literally act like the brokest person you'll ever meet. I save every dollar.
yeah, after going through a new car every 6 months.
Yeah, and I lost so much money doing that.
Well,
Because if I
yeah.
bought one for 30 grand cash and sold it back, I got like 20 fucking 2 or 3 back.
Yeah, when you buy a car and you drive it off the lot, it immediately depreciates in value.
So yeah, I even bought a 2022 1000cc Razor, like the side by sides for the mountains, and made it street legal. And I sold it like 3 months later.
Why do you buy and sell back so
Impulse.
many vehicles?
I have the worst impulse, like just because I can't get it, I guess is my problem.
Oh,
And
I see.
then I really don't need it at all. It's just like a instant impulse buy.
Do you save your money at all or invest it into any long-term stocks or anything like that? Maybe this is just like a poor
I
person
save
talking. I'm not really sure.
I save every dollar, but I don't invest long term at all, no matter what.
Okay.
Like
So,
long term to me is like a week or 5 days, if
well, you're a
that.
day trader, so I guess that makes sense.
Exactly.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's
But
cool.
you can only do that if you have an account with a minimum of $25,000 in it.
Uh, you mean be a day trader?
Yeah, it's not even an option unless you have at least $25,000 inside some type of account.
How do you deal with the short-term capital gains tax when you're doing something like that? Not to make this podcast or your episode just an episode about taxes, but I am curious about that part of your life because especially if you haven't filled out taxes in the last 2 years, do you keep like a close tab on all the transactions you've made? Because it
No,
sounds
not
like
at
it.
all. Not at all.
I don't know, man. I just feel like it sounds like that could be a problem in the future.
Yeah, I'm not really too worried about it.
You're probably
All they
fine.
really want is their money. They don't care about anything else as long as you pay them.
How much money do you think you owe?
A lot.
Do you think that it's more than what you have right now, or more than half of it?
Nowhere. Nowhere near.
Okay. So a small amount compared to how much you have, type
Yeah.
of thing. Okay.
Yeah. As soon as they're ready for it, it doesn't bug me.
Nice.
I don't know. I haven't done taxes. They haven't said shit. I never asked for a stimulus check or any of that either. So
I mean, I don't think you have to ask for a stimulus check. I think they just kind of give it to you if you filled out your
yeah,
taxes. Since you
I've
didn't, you
been
didn't get one.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Like my
funny.
girlfriend got fucking 10 grand worth of stimulus checks. I didn't get shit.
Is your girlfriend the one that currently has the kid right now, or
Yeah, we're
okay?
actually not together, but I still see him and her every single day. She lives at her dad's, and he lives in the country club that I live in.
Her dad lives in the country club that you live in, and your girlfriend's
Yeah,
lives with her dad. So therefore, she lives in the country club that you live in
yeah. So
with
I
her
still
dad.
see her and my kid every day.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
like she's far or anything. It's literally like a 30-second drive, and I'm right there.
Nice.
So it's convenient.
Do y'all do
Well,
like
not
a?
like
Do y'all do like a every other week he stays at your house and then the other week he stays at his? I guess that would be his grandpa's house.
no, he stays with her 7 days a week, but I see him 7 days a week every day. Because
Okay.
he's so young, he's like he has to be with her. Like he gets breastfed and everything.
Is there a reason why y'all don't just live together and get married or something like that, or?
It's just one of those things when you literally fight over the dumbest shit like you could ever imagine. It's just toxic, and we do 100 times better when we don't live together and see each other 24/7. It's like super healthy when we don't live together.
I can see that. Sometimes it's just better to have your own space.
Exactly, and we've been together for 3 years every single day, like never being apart. So, and we're super young, so having your own space, I guess, is needed sometimes.
Do you guys think that you will move in together eventually?
Uh, yeah, I do, 100%. I think
Good.
it's one of those things that just you gotta let time do its thing and let yourself realize, like, I guess that it was stupid shit, you know what I mean? Grow up.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your sharing of your previous misadventures and mishaps and how it's shaped you as a
Oh, yeah,
man.
dude. Dude, life always goes on, no matter what.
Has having a kid changed your life and outlook for the better? Like I'd imagine
Oh, my.
you when you jumped that guy for the $10,000. This was
Well,
before
now,
you met your current girlfriend and had a kid.
yeah, exactly. So now I would never do anything stupid like that. Because now I don't want to, like, before I didn't give a shit if I got in trouble or went to jail, but I'm the only one providing for him, so now I can't, like, be stupid or do anything dumb because it would just not, it wouldn't benefit me or him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It'd be selfish for you to do something like that and not take responsibility type of thing.
Exactly. So now I just try to grow up and be a man who plays RuneScape all day and stays out of trouble.
That's funny. Yeah.
There's
No,
no other way to look at it.
how did you get into like what why do you still play RuneScape today? You know, like you're doing pretty well now. You work out all the time. I guess you're on probation, so really all you can do is maybe not much.
Honestly, I live to ruin fucking people's day when I kill them in PvP. I live for, like, just completely shitting on someone, and it hurts their feelings and makes them log off.
It's a good feeling sometimes.
No, every time.
Yeah. I can't relate. I'm really
So
bad at PvP and PVM and at the game in
it's
general,
a
so
good it's a good feeling when you walk into the red caves for 2 seconds and insta declaw someone out and stole an hour of someone's life and progress in 1 second.
I guess it can be pretty entertaining just seeing their reactions. Have you ever thought about streaming yourself and doing it kind of like the actual Torvesta? Not like the this this imposter I'm talking to right now.
Dude, I used to only changed my name to that thinking that someone would put me in a video one day, thinking that I was the real one, but I wasn't.
Did it work?
I don't think so. That Mr. No Sleep dude had me in his video on his Twitch stream thinking I was the real Torvesta, and I killed him 3 times for like 20 million.
That's pretty
He is
funny.
on stream like, I know Torvesta, we're friends in real life, and then I insta smacked him and killed him.
That's actually pretty good. No, there was a guy, like when I first met you a couple months ago. This was before you joined the clan. I thought you were the real Torvesta. So I fell for it and I messaged one of my friends, his name's Alec10, because he PKs, and I asked him to talk to you to confirm, in which case he confirmed with me that you were not the real Torvesta, and I was very disappointed in myself.
Yeah, I think at least 1 to 5 people a day in your clan ask us, is that the real Torvesta? And now it's like a thing where we all play it off like, yes, it is.
Yeah, the answer is always yes.
Exactly.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad you're getting along well with people in the clan. I think for the most part, everybody enjoys having you. And if they don't, that's okay too. I'm glad you're in the clan. I think you're very
If they
entertaining.
don't, I'll just have to get my promotion to kick people.
You got to get those bananas. So I want to go to, you got into RuneScape by PKing, and you said you've been playing RuneScape for the last 15 years, only doing PK content. So if you're 25 right
like
now, you got into it when you were like what, in 5th grade or something? Okay. Did you have a friend that got you into RuneScape? Or how did you find out about it?
My best friend was my neighbor, and I'd go to his house every day, and he'd be playing that fucking old ass RuneScape from 15 years ago when an AGS was like fucking 400 million.
I was never members back then, so I I don't know, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's when a Santa and a party hat and shit was worth like fucking $1 billion.
Well, I remember that. I think when I started playing, party hats and event items that you could trade were at least $1 billion, if not a couple 100 million type of thing.
Man, it used to be so hard to make 100K back then. Now you're like making millions an hour. It's crazy how it's changed.
Well, the game has certainly evolved. So, and we've evolved as
Do you
people as well.
do you make money hosting your house?
Like, do people donate and tip?
Yeah, do they ever, honestly, or not really?
Yeah, of course people tip. But it's not as like for as big of a host, I guess, as people think I am. It's not as much as people think compared to if I were to do actual content. If that makes sense.
Like you can't live off your real world trading money. Like if you sold all the money you donated.
I don't real world trade, but definitely. I mean, with the amount of money that, yeah, this is not something that you would do for a living. Okay, day trading as a meme stock trader with advice from Andrew Morris is the better way to go than being a RuneScape host.
Did it hurt your feelings when they made the Reddit post about you?
No, not at all. I find it all very entertaining. Yeah. I think most of the content has made both my presence on RuneScape and the clan what it is today. So, it is what it is type of thing.
Did you know that Jagex smited my 800 million GP for me?
Did they smite it because you were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
Yes.
Oh. Well, well, there you go.
Because I was fucking real
Be a
world
rule
trading.
follower like I am, the model citizen, the workless host.
Yeah, but they stole like 5 times more than what I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't relate. I've never had that experience. I've never
I had
actually
like
been banned.
600. I had like 600 mil, bought an extra 200. Then they stole the whole 800.
Dang. Did you tell them that
But it's okay.
you did you tell them that you made a lot more trading stonks?
Dude, I had to fucking
I would have just
bond.
sent an angry hate mail. Just been like, "Hey, you can take my money in game, but you can't take my money in real life."
I had to ball out and buy fucking bonds from Jagex legally and sell them.
Well, yeah. I don't I don't know. Like
So
I'm not in like the real world trading scene, so I don't know what it's like, but
it's
I
it's
understand that
30
they're cracking
cents.
down on it pretty hard.
It's 30 cents for 1 million when you do the real world trading, or it's $1 for 1 million from Jagex.
Sounds like they're just trying to monopolize the market by making people buy it from them. Sort of how the US
So,
government wants people to buy weed legally and not off the streets.
so that's like their problem in Colorado, is the dispensaries will sell an ounce for like $300, but the streets will sell it for like $70.
Yeah, but also with the dispensaries, you're getting, depending on what you buy, higher quality product. And when you're buying it off the streets,
Which
you don't really know what the quality is that you're getting.
it's one of those things. Would you rather have 1 ounce or 5 for the same price?
I don't know. I've I've never bought weed before, so I'm not really sure.
I I haven't smoked weed in years. I only smoke wax.
Dabs,
That's it. Yep.
aren't those like a lot more concentrated?
Yeah, they're like 80-90%
Are they a lot cheaper? Is
THC.
that why you do that? Or
Yeah, because I could get like a gram cart for $20, and it'd be the same as you smoking like $100 worth of weed.
that's interesting.
You just get more bang for your buck because you only got to
So you
take
don't
like
smoke
one at a
weed.
time.
So you don't smoke weed anymore. You just smoke wax.
And I had that tolerance break for like 4 months when I was in trouble. Then I got my medical card. The first time I started smoking again, holy crap, I couldn't even close my eyes. I felt like I was fucking falling. It's like being a virgin all over again.
It feels like you're falling.
Yeah, have you ever drank a bunch of alcohol and then you close your eyes, but you have to like open them because it feels like you're falling or your head's spinning really fucking bad?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's the same feeling.
Now
I couldn't close my eyes to save my life.
so currently you don't do any weed or alcohol because you can't type of thing.
I wouldn't though, even if I could.
Because you're a different person now and you have a kid.
Yeah, I just don't do that. I don't do anything anymore. Just the dabs.
Isn't
I
Dabs
had my
still smoking weed though? I always
Yeah,
thought
same
that
difference.
So you don't smoke weed anymore. You just smoke the more concentrated form of weed in a wax.
Exactly. It's like from being a it's like being a weed addict to a meth addict when you start going the concentrates.
Yeah. You've evolved. Moved
Yeah.
past the natural stuff into the unnatural, into the realm of the unknown. No, I'm just joking. No,
Yeah, I had to get a medical card and lie, and they gave me PTSD. So now I can smoke whenever I want.
but when you're on probation, you're not allowed to. But I guess you're allowed to because it's for medical reasons. It's
Exactly.
like, sorry, probation officer, but I have to get high and
Yeah,
troll these kids on
they
RuneScape
didn't
today again.
actually. Yeah, they didn't actually give a single fuck. They were actually like, we wanted you to get a card anyways. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, they were just like, just stop jumping people.
Yeah, basically. It sucks though having to check in or I don't know, have to get a random drug test eventually. It's just weird because I'm not that type of person.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're that type of person anymore. It's just you done fucked up, boy, in the past, and you have to face the consequences of it through this 12 months of probation, which is a lot better than the alternative, is what it sounds like. I
Right?
think,
I'd rather be home any day.
yeah. I mean, it sounds like you got off pretty well, considering it looks like your life could have gone a completely different way, and seeing where it is now, you're
That's what
doing all
sucks
right.
is I almost went to prison and now I have like a really dope life for once and I almost have it all taken away like as soon as it started.
How does that experience change you as a person, or
It
does it
makes
change you?
me it makes me second, third and fourth guess every single thing I do now.
Every single thing that you do, as in like
Like
bad
if I leave the
choices?
house,
Okay.
like if I leave the house for any reason, it just I don't know. Before if you get cut off or something, you'd flip them off or something. Now I'm like, just hold it in, hold it in. Now I'm like, I got better things to worry about. I don't need to be acting stupid or reckless right now.
Yeah. Well, man, it sounds like being on probation and almost going to prison is probably the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Dude, instant life changer, instant wake up.
Yeah. It sounds like that's what you needed, along with having a
And
kid.
they threw my ass in jail over Christmas morning when I was driving home. They arrested me,
Yeah.
put me in jail.
So instead of going home for Christmas and showing up with presents, you just showed up as a big disappointment to your parents again in jail.
Yeah, I showed up with a fucking T-shirt of free TorevestaPK on it.
Yeah, you showed up with your RuneScape name.
Yeah, but with my jail photo.
Did your parents bail you out, or were they just like, nah, fuck you?
Well, I actually didn't have to post bail. I just had to see a judge, and they let me out, but I was on house arrest. So as long as I showed up to court, I could stay like at home.
Hey, that's not bad for having jumped somebody for $10,000. So So
You just like violence, don't you?
I just like violence. Depends on the violence, I
Well,
guess. If it's
you always
justified,
resort back to that. It was very justified.
yeah. I'm a very just person, I think. So if the punishment fits the crime, like in Dante's Inferno, I generally am for it, you know? In your case, it sounds like you got off pretty well. And
Yeah, I did, honestly. I
yeah.
could be in a whole different world right now.
So now, Torvesta, you're in 2022, you're 25 years old, you're living in Colorado. You're living the good life. You work out twice a day. You play RuneScape. You dab on little kids. You have a kid yourself. What? And you take dabs. What is next for you in your
Honestly,
life?
I feel like I just need to keep the gym and RuneScape life up for the next 10 months or so till I'm out of trouble. Then it's back to being a party animal, I guess.
Were you a
The only
party
thing I
animal
really,
before? Because it just sounds like you were getting in trouble before.
yeah, I was. But I've been getting in trouble my whole life.
Were you? Why do you think you? Why do you think you were such a troublesome? Why do you think you had such a
I think
troublesome growing up?
I think growing up without a dad makes you like an angry kid, or like you have something to prove.
Like your dad
And
walked out
then
on
I
you when you were younger?
I never met him ever till I had my kid, and he wanted to meet him. So it was like a weird one day thing.
Dang, what? So you never met your own dad, and then your kid wanted to meet your dad, and that was the first time that you
No,
and your son met your dad.
so so one day this random number called me when my kid was born, and it was my dad, and I was like, what the hell? He's like, do you want to meet me for the first time? I'll fly down there today, and I could meet like you and your son, and I could meet my brother and sister who I've never met in my whole life either. So it was kind of weird. It's like a Jerry Springer moment.
It's like, and you're not the son. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But it gave me a lot of closure on like why I was the way I am, I guess, because I never met my dad ever in my life. But when I asked him questions about how he was, it was the same way I was. So I guess it made me feel a lot better.
Did he also grow up without a dad type of thing?
Yeah, and always being in trouble and like in and out of jail.
Ah, so it's like father like son kind of moment.
Yeah, exactly. Even
Did
though I never met him, we still did like the same dumb shit.
yeah. You're like telling him, yeah, I jumped this guy for $10,000. Your dad's like, yep,
Me too.
done. That's funny. Did y'all have a bonding moment over that sort of
Yeah,
experience?
it was cool, but I've never talked to him ever again after that.
Yeah, well, he wasn't present in your life until your kid was born, so it's
It was just cool now that you're older to do it, just to see like what it would be like now that you're not like all young and stupid. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like it's like those one-off kind of a get to experience once moment.
Yeah, and I did, and then I felt how I felt, and then life goes on.
So since your dad grew up without a dad and you grew up without your dad, does that encourage you to want to be there for your own kid? Since you,
Yeah, like 100 times more. Only because I know like how shitty it felt to not have a dad. So I try like, even if we don't get along, that I'll always try to be in his life. You know what I mean?
I don't have my own kids. I do hope to have some one day. So I don't know what you mean, but I understand the sentiment having talked to a lot of parents. So, I wonder, and maybe I'm wrong, but it's, if you want to provide that experience for your son, wouldn't the better thing to do would be to marry your girlfriend and live together so that he has that? It's more of like a secure sort of like mom and dad are always there type of thing.
So I try to see him every single day, and like I took him and his mom to Olive Garden earlier, and I don't know, we just still act like a family. You know what I mean? And he's so young right now. It gives us time to be apart and miss each other, so then we can grow up and then give him exactly what you said.
Is there a part of you that is that is maybe self-conscious or scared about getting married and really providing that type of experience for your son because you never had that growing up?
Uh, I don't know about the married thing, but I definitely want to be there for like my kid and give him like the happy family experience I never got to have.
Yeah. Which is why you make an effort to see him all the time. And it's not too hard since y'all live in
Every
the same
single
country club.
day. Yeah, I see him every single day, like no matter what. And even when I am not with him in person, I'll still like FaceTime her so I can see him. Like I'm always bugging him, you know what I mean?
Well, probably at this age, he's happy that dad is bugging him and wants to spend time with him. Give it like 10 years, and he'll be like, I just want to play RuneScape on my metaverse goggles, dad.
That'd be so cool though. That hopefully when he gets older, he actually likes RuneScape at all.
Yeah. You can be like, me too. I've been playing this my whole life. Let me show you how to PK, son. And he's just like, Dad, what is this shitty game you play all the time?
My kid'll be like the kid in third grade with the twisted bow, and all his friends are jealous.
Oh, if his friends even know what RuneScape is, they'd be jealous.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Well, cool. I got one more thing for you, and then I'm kind of opening it up to questions. Thanks again for coming on at really a random, spontaneous moment and just being really open to talk. You're really cool, and I appreciate your presence. I think you're a great guy.
I love being in the CC. It fucking helps my lonely ass life and keeps me out of trouble.
Well, I I think you've had a lot of stuff happen to you that makes you not want to get in trouble anymore. So, but I'm glad the CC serves as a socialization aspect for you as well. Um, the question I had for you is actually about exercise, and you work out twice a day. Is that was working out was that a new development in your life since you're on probation now, or was
No,
exercise always
I've
part of your life?
always like in high school you needed one fitness credit to graduate, and I graduated with 8 of them. Like I had it twice a year every year. I played every sport, and even when I graduated, I've always gone to the gym still. twice a day or once a day, no matter what.
Yeah. Why is health and fitness so important to you?
I don't know. It always helps me with a stressful or depressing ass day. Makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a accomplishing feeling to doing something physically challenging for sure. Maybe working up a sweat a little too.
Exactly. Even if you don't do shit, but get on the treadmill, it just feels good to do like something. Makes
Yeah.
me not feel as bad about playing RuneScape for 5 hours straight and sitting there.
Well, working out is it's almost like a primal thing that men have to do. You know, it's like you you do something physically challenging and like an evolutionary instinct, it just feels right, you know? And although you can emulate that, I guess, with like playing games, getting on RuneScape, leveling up, there's something about doing it in real life that's just completely different, I think.
It's very self rewarding to do something you never thought you ever could, or look a certain way you never thought you ever would.
Do you do a lot of, cuz I've seen you post pictures in the Discord. You're very proud of your body, and I think you have reason to be proud of it. Are you do you ever think about doing like any bodybuilding shows or anything like that? Like getting to more like the
No,
bodybuilding kind of community and do something like that?
no, because I could never like meal prep or do any of that. I don't take pre workouts or any of that shit, so I just like to work out. I could work out and go to McDonald's after. It doesn't really hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
I just like feel good working out.
it's more of a mental thing.
Exactly.
Nice. Well, cool,
What
Trevesta.
about you? When's the last time Workless picked up a dumbbell?
I picked up a dumbbell today. I work out every day. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So you don't look like the dude in your profile picture?
Oh no, that's definitely me, and I look like King Cobra as well. I'm a master of the dark arts. I no, that's definitely not me. That's Kirioko's Grizzly. If you follow any of the bodybuilder or workout kind of memes, he's like this. I think he's like a Russian mutant. He's just this sort of hunk of mass, this creature from fucking God knows where, but he's a pretty funny guy. I'll send you some videos later. But
I have to hear your opinion on two people in the clan.
okay, let's
Have
hear
you,
it.
have you met the Cuckscaper?
I haven't met Cuckscaper. I I will be having him on, I think sometime next week.
Do you ever see like his random conversation?
Sometimes. I guess. I don't know. Why?
Because I can't wait. I can't wait for you to interview him. That'll be the best one you've ever done. He's
Yeah.
like the craziest person I've ever met in my life.
I don't know. We got a lot of crazy people in the clan, so but we'll see. I will have him on sometime next week. He seems like a pretty funny guy.
And the last one is, what do you think about Satyrs?
Saters? He's a good
Yeah,
guy.
he's Satyrs. He's always sad.
Well,
Where's he been?
he's got a lot of stuff going on in his life, you know.
Where's my top G been at? Do you know?
He's going through some medical stuff right now. He'll be on, I think, later this week. He just messaged me. He actually sent me a voice message giving me an update on his life. And I told him thank you. And yeah.
I was gonna say, at least he's doing good then.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Everybody's got their struggles. So.
Yeah,
you know,
Cuck though. Cuck's my girlfriend, and I can't wait for you to have her on.
Cuckscaper is your girlfriend?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
He is my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, no complaints against that.
We don't discriminate the LGBTQXYZ.
I I have no comment on that. I support and love everyone equally, and definitely believe the mainstream narrative on all things political. So, yes. But Andrew, Torvesta, I'm going to open up the chat to questions. So if anybody has questions for you, they can talk. So I'm gonna.
Oh, good.
Wow, there's actually a lot of people in here. Holy. Okay, I'm gonna start unmuting. I'm gonna start unmuting people one by one. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Go one at a time. Oh, looks like Saders is on here. He's doing well. Okay. Cool. All right, everybody's unmuted now.
No short jokes.
Yeah. All right, if you guys got a question, I unmuted y'all. Go for it.
What's the wood cutting?
Sorry, what was that? What was that? What condom?
Yo, what's that wood cutting level?
Like 30?
Bro, you gotta get that up, dude. Chop some trees.
I just chop up some Vinnies.
You started that willow, climb up to that yew, then that redwood. What?
Very interesting question. I love you.
When are you going to start streaming?
Everyone always asks me to, but I don't even know how to do it, to be honest. I wouldn't know where to start.
Are you planning on streaming soon?
I'd love to, but I don't even know how any of that works, to be honest.
You just gotta buy a better microphone, get a camera, and open up Twitch, I think. I've never actually streamed before, so I don't know. But I believe that's how it works.
We're just assuming it's that easy.
Yeah, theoretically, that's how it works.
Jeez, there's so many people in here.
I think everybody's interested in hearing your life. Also, Saders is online. He is in the chat right now. Saders, we were just talking about you. Torvesta has been wondering where you were. And where have you been?
Man who runs the clan.
Saders, if you're talking, you have to unmute yourself. Or not.
He's just a peeping Tom. It's okay.
Oh, that's okay too.
What's the most loot you've gotten on a single kill?
Over 100 mil for sure. Like 100, 150. I've made like 400 mil legally in like the last 4 or 5 days of 3 hours a day.
How many of your large loot kills were actually you just real world trading?
See, the most I ever would do is like 200 mil at a time. If I would go fully bankrupt, I'd get like 200 mil and start over.
Right. Okay.
And then that 200 mil would go to like 5 or 6. And then you do something dumb like risk it all at one time.
We used to have a guy in the clan named Stay Fire, and he used to die for like 500 mil at a time, and like the little loot broadcast notification would show up for everybody, and and we'd all ask him how did he die with that much loot, and he would just always try to defend himself like he's not uh he's not real world trading, but everybody knew. It was a funny moment.
Sometimes I get embarrassed when I'm about to die in the wild. So right before I die, I leave the clan chat so it doesn't show up in the feed, and everyone laughs at me.
Oh, that's funny. You just leave so that the notification doesn't show up.
Yeah, like if I know for sure I'm dead, I'm like, fuck, I gotta leave the CC for 1 second.
That's okay too. My general life maxim is play bad, look good. It sounds like you were in that category. Probably just the first part though.
Yeah, I'll wear like snakeskin d-hide like a noob, but then you'll have like claws maul or claws heavy ballista with vengeance. It's the ultimate snipe. You gotta look like a Vinny.
Wait, I've got a real question.
What, you have to talk louder or get closer to the microphone.
Oh, I have no mic right now. I'm literally talking through a laptop.
Excellent.
Yeah. Nice. So, are you going to help me get into the PK game? I've been a terrible PKer my whole life. I changed that up because every time I'm like, yeah, I know what's up. Then they change the game. At one point, I was getting, with the soul splits. Now I'm getting blasted by like staffs I've never heard of. How do you keep up?
So if you get your cash stack and meet me at 55 wild, I can teach you how to PK really good.
That's a good answer.
Got you, dude. I'll bring all my money. My weapons, dude. We're gonna talk.
No, I could really help you with anything you want, though. That's all I do on that game, so.
I've tried a lot. I just have also failed a lot, and I'm always going back to the flag picking field to get my money back, but it just seems to keep taking me so much time.
You gotta come PK with the top G.
Dude, I will. Hit me up sometime. I pretty much only do non-AFK.
I got you, dude. As soon as I get it on, I'll add you.
Nice.
Yeah, what will teach you how to woodcut? You teach me how to PK. I'll just stand here.
Oh, there's a real art to woodcutting. I mean, no one can cut.
What, you have to talk louder.
I said no one can cut wood faster than me. Check out this Tate. I'll have a mic against him. I cut all wood. I shot down that morning wood.
I'm just laughing because Bully jumped in and all he hears is you cutting down morning wood.
Right?
Chop it down quick.
Well, it's nice being on.
Yeah, well, you're a very popular guy, it seems. Everybody's here to... Everybody joined to hear what you had to say. Clearly, you've had an impact on the clan. Whether it's good or bad, it was an impact either way. Oh, and also thank you, Ziggy's, for boosting the server. I just saw that.
It's like James Charles would say, bye, sisters.
Does anybody else have questions for Torvesta before I wrap it up? Bogskin, Dab's Guide, Saters, Toyota, Aka, or Ziggy's?
Oh, Aka here. I got some odd advice. So it sounded like if you're trading at least 25K to be considered day trading, then you're probably in Robinhood. And I would just throw out that those are.
That is gross.
Are you in Robinhood though, or like
No.
regardless if you feel like it's gross? Okay,
No.
but you're in some app where you have to hit a 25K limit to be considered a day trader, and to be able to like buy and sell the stuff on the same day multiple times. Yeah.
But you can without 25K, but it's only a few times, like a week, you're allowed to.
Right, and then you get restricted where you can't do it anymore, and you probably get fucked. Yeah,
exactly.
If it's through an app like that, man, they're definitely reporting that to the IRS. So I feel like you're just waiting to see like when the tax stuff comes, but it might be worth.
What I'm waiting for.
And I hear you, like maybe it's like a slap on the wrist at first, but maybe it's not, and maybe it comes with a fine. It might not be the worst idea to like just figure out on your side, like even if you're not like trying to pay it off immediately, just trying to figure it out on your side, just so you like have the numbers in your mind for if you do kind of get those notices. But yeah, if it's through an app, it's definitely like it's happening. Like at some point,
Oh, it's for sure happening. If it doesn't happen by the time you do taxes again, I'll be doing them regardless. So it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, cheers to you for making a success out of it. I guess sounds like a pretty decent turnout, all things considered. Sounds like a bit of a rags to riches type of come up. So, congrats, man.
It was a way bigger turnout than I thought would be in here.
Oh yeah, as far as the podcast, I've never seen this many people in the chat before, so that's pretty crazy. It's like when you sort like Reddit comments by most controversial. I think this might be the podcast equivalent, but yeah, overall, like it was cool, man. It's good getting to know more about you.
It's been cool meeting all of you since I've been in here.
Yeah. Whether people like you or hate you, I don't think anybody at this point can deny that you're a pretty good, PKer. So you got that going for you at least.
They can hate the TorevestaPK, but they can't deny he's good at killing Vinnies.
Yeah, or ambitious people in the clan chat. I had so I will clarify real quick. Just so that doesn't go out with context. I think it was yesterday, right? Like there was somebody who challenged you and you like over and over and you went like 7-0, right? Against them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just yesterday. That's all I meant by that. Nothing else.
Yeah, I thought that was funny, actually.
Hey, man. Well, all right. I'm gonna mute up. I'll let anybody else go.
I saw What unmute his microphone. I think he was asking something, but unless he shouts, nobody can hear him.
I have no clue where the mic is.
Your mic is on.
Closer.
Your mic is on. You just have to talk at a constant, like this all the time. That's.
I have a mic. It's gone. I lost it.
I heard you that time.
Craigslist one.
I will see you at Grubb's Tavern. I will PK you in the wilderness. Just wait. With my DDS and my skill.
Make it, dream
Okay,
it, do
skill
it.
specs.
All right. Let's see. All right. Anybody else got any comments for Torvesta? I know Ziggy's was very excited for you to come on. He's been asking about you all week. He just muted his microphone though. I wonder if he'll say something.
He's camera shy.
Nobody's asking you to turn on your camera. It's just the mic.
Yo,
He's
can y'all
mic
hear me?
shy.
Open
Yeah.
Saters.
Whoa, hey, I don't have a mic, so can y'all hear me like clearly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sound fine.
All right, cool. Well, I don't know. The connection's not fucking up, so we got that going for me.
Yeah, it sounds like you were in your garage.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like you need to get back on the game. You get 99 smithing and forget about us.
Dude, I logged on for like, I don't know, 15 seconds. I don't know,
Nice.
2 minutes.
Yeah, we all seen it.
And I saw my capes, and I'm like, motherfucker, I did all this grinding. I have to get back to it.
Just left all of us hanging at one time.
I'm sorry. You know, it wasn't like that.
I've been stalking your Twitter.
I've been making a lot of fucking liberals and Democrats mad. I'll tell you that.
Well, now is a good time to do it. It's almost voting time.
Oh, it's perfect, and they get upset so easily.
You know,
Extremely.
Torvesta's been asking about you for the last, I think since last week. He's been wondering where Saters has been. I keep telling him you'll be back.
Yeah. Trust me, just a few more days. I got to recoup and shit. Get some things straight, but I'm coming back for sure.
Well, there's your answer,
You better
Torvesta.
You better get your ass back on the game ASAP.
Look, and then I'm gonna be the dumbass and meet you at the lava maze with my dragon plate and dragon
Again.
legs. Yeah. I'm gonna be the bait. You know, we
He
might
went
as well
to
go to the
55
red.
wild scold and full dragon. Expected me not to kill him.
That's funny.
You didn't though.
Because he was waiting for the best opportunity to kill you.
Oh, for sure. He was waiting. But you see, he's trying to build up my trust so I can bring out a more expensive item.
It's like the tale of the Sticky Bandit in the clan. We had a guy named Sticky Bandit who...
Well, guys, my phone is on 1% about to shut off that I'm on Discord on, so it has been nice chatting. I love all of you.
Torvesta, I got one last thing for you. What word of wisdom and or advice could you leave for us today?
Thank you for letting me be on the podcast. It means a lot. And my phone is about to shut off, so I'm sorry, guys, but I love you.
All right. I will see you later then. Thanks for coming on, man. And that's it. And he's off. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Bye, guys.
There are baby fucking blood drinkers ruining your internet.
Dude, that's so funny. I just started the recording right when you said that, but okay.